too so that it doesn't fall off the needle. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a French knot on a crocheted fabric. You could also put this on a knitted fabric, and of course you can use it in embroidery. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use a bulky weight yarn, and this French knot right here was done with 2 winds around the needle, and this was done with 3 winds around the needle, and this was done with 4. So depending on how big you want your French knot to be, you can experiment and see which one that you like the best. So to get started, you'll need a yarn needle that is compatible with the yarn that you're using. And I just cut a strand of yarn here for the demo. And then I always fold my yarn and then push the fold through the eye of the yarn needle. So you need to secure it in the back first. I have a little messy back here, but let's say I want my French knot to be right here. I will start on the back side a little bit out away from where I want the French knot to land up. So I'm gonna, let's say I just start from back here. And I like going through the plies of the yarn. I feel like it's more secure that way. So now I've gone in about 3/4 of an inch, and I'm gonna come back here and just do one more little stitch like this. I wanna stay on this side. I don't want, if I go too deep in the stitches, it'll show through on the other side. So right here, I'll go like that. So now I'm gonna come up to the right side of my work, and I don't wanna come up in a space like this because this knot will just fall out. It'll either fall out or it'll sink down and it won't stand up on the top of your work like these do. So I wanna come right through the bulk of a stitch, like right there is a good spot. Just like that. And then I am going to take the yarn like this and the needle, and I'm just gonna wind this around from front to back. I've seen other videos where they do back like this to front, and it really doesn't matter. I can do it like this. And then that's 2 winds right there. And I'm going to go really close to where I came out with my yarn, and I'm still gonna be inside of the bulk of a stitch, like inside the plies of the yarn. So it'll look just like that. Let me show you again. So I've got the needle in front of the yarn, and you could hold it right here if you wanted to. And I'm gonna wind it twice towards myself like this. I'm gonna hold this back here, and I'm gonna hold those loops on the hook, and I'm gonna hold them kind of close to everything, close to the work. You don't want them like way out here. So I'm gonna hold it, and you don't wanna hold it too tight either. And then I'm gonna go real close to it down into the bulk of a stitch like this. And then when I go through, this on the right side, but when I pull it through, this is a little bit, the yarn's so thick it's a little bit tough to get through, but so it'll come through. It starts out looking like a mess, but once you get it done, it'll come through like that. So there is the little 2 wrap French knot. So for a 3 wrap one, I'll go out here. See, I can come out here, but that's still kind of a little hole right there. So I'm gonna go into the ply of the yarn like this. I'm gonna come out. Now this time, I'm going to place my needle in front. I'm going to wrap it towards myself like this. 1, 2, and then 3 like this. Then I'm going to go down into where I came out. You can see where I came out right there. And I'm going to go in really close to it, but into another part of the stitch like this. Push that down in there to the back side. And then you want to hold this so the winds don't unravel. So this is my little tough part right here. But once you get through there, it's fine. So right there is the 3 wind. And let me do a 4 wind and we'll see what that looks like. So I'm going to come out there like that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my needle again, and I have the needle in front of my yarn like this, and I'm going to wrap it 4 times. 2, 3, and 4, like that. And then I'm holding this back here so these don't unravel, and then I am holding it kind of to the back too so that it doesn't fall off the needle. And then I'm going to go real close to it right here, like right there. And then I'm going to go push this back down. It's just hard getting the 2 strands of the yarn through this French knot. But when you use just like a worsted weight yarn, it'll be a lot easier, or even a thread. Okay, so there, that kind of sunk down in the stitch, so I just pulled it back to the top, to the right side of the work. So that's a 4. So this was 2 wraps, this was 3 wraps, and this was 4 wraps. So there's a little, one of my patterns, instead of an eye, I'm going to give the option of doing French knots, and I think for an eye, this might be a good option instead of something like that. It all depends on what, shape of eye that you want. But anyway, so that's how you make the French knots. And you can do it with all different kinds of yarn, and you can do it on fabric, knitting, crocheting. And then when you get done in the back, you just, sew this in and then weave in your, sew your ends in and then cut the yarn right there. So anyway, I want to thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for a lot more videos, and be sure to like and share the video and leave comments. I really appreciate you watching.